I was 11 when I experienced the first operation of Gaza. Before then, I knew it was a conflict, and I heard about the enemies and how their wish is to destroy me, my family, my people, religion, and wipe us all off the map in a huge bloodbath. That led me into nightmares and not being able to sleep. I heard about missions. I asked what they were, and answers was that it when a brave person in some way remove an enemy, somebody less to fear. My father was very serious about Islam. For me, it should be studies at school and then homework and another few hours of studying Islam. My mother was about the same. So when I was 11 and screamed in panic because of operations, I not remember their names, my parents told me to keep faith in Allah. But I was so scared and saw more photos of dead bodies. Then I saw for the first time another person dying. The explosion had such force I flew backwards from it, hitting my head and back. Then, look up, I saw fire. Screams and people on ground in their own blood, and others' blood, and body parts. Then, I ran from there in panic. I ran far until I tasted blood in my mouth, then I stopped and walked until I collapsed on ground, and I didn't move. I don't know how long I was there, but it was around then I decided to try not to be scared anymore. I heard more explosions, and later I heard about missions asked to be carried out against the enemies. I met a friend who told me to be active in fighting. I asked my parents to go with him a few times a day to study. My parents thought I studied Islam. We talked about revenge, about rockets and missions and freedom and Palestine and what to do to put an end to the war, once and for all. I swore to never talk with enemies, to never see them as part of humanity, which was probably first time I went against Islam. When I was 14, I was ready to join Fight for Freedom in group organizations. But before 14, I went to lessons of how to fight, keep in control of emotions, to exercise, to not sleep, eat, or care about biological needs. I lived a double life. My life as a student and son, where I made good results in school and studied Islam at home. And at the same time, I learned how to be a real fighter for Palestine. At night, I had nightmares and flashbacks was haunting. I like I hear screams that not exist or walk road, and suddenly it is all blood. I walk inside. I heard about rocket attacks. That was first example of what was done. Rockets and mortars we make ourselves, not the large ones, those sent from other people to Gaza. Must mean people outside Gaza cares. And I never think much about people outside Gaza. It is me, family, people, and then the enemies who live outside. The enemies are no humans at all. Only human alike is that they feel anger and hatred. That's it. There is no talking with them. All they understand is revenge. I told my parents this. My mom walked away from the room. And Dad was still there looking at me for a long time, then asked me to repeat. And I said again about the enemies, about how they lost human part of them. Dad said I should look at myself and find the humanity in me. And he also walked away. I never understood what he meant by that.